If this is going to be your side hustle, your main business, the thing that you focus on to generate income, then you might want to invest in tools, okay? But you can absolutely do this for free. Okay, so puzzle book profits. We all want some puzzle book profits, right? It's passive after you do the first part of the work. I'm telling you, I don't want to say there's nothing. There are a couple of things that are passive income. Like if you have a lot of investments in stock, that's passive, right? If you're going to make some money like from your investments, that's passive income. You're not doing any work to earn that. But to start something like this, you have to do a little bit of work up front, and then it can continue to pay you over and over and over again. All right, so let's get into it. Puzzle book profits. We're going to create a passive income product without courses, cameras, or complicated tech. We're going to pick a profitable puzzle book niche. All right. And you might be thinking, oh, I got to get a niche for this too. Well, sure. Okay. Sure, of course you do. So we're going to find some untapped markets with hungry buyers. We're going to create puzzles using Canva and ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you a couple of other tools that I happen to find. Because, when I figure out what I want to teach, like I know the material, but I want to find like tools and stuff for you guys to use. So I do a lot of research. So I found a couple of things and I want to bring them to you. And then we're going to talk about uploading it to Amazon KDP. If you have not heard about Amazon KDP, KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. All right. So Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So you can publish, you ready for this? Hold up. You can publish your own books. Okay. You can absolutely publish your own books. I'm going to show you that. We're not going to go through the entire process of uploading a book, and we're not going to do that today, but I am going to show you where to go, how to get started in doing that. All right. And then you can start earning passively. There's no showing your face required. If you create a puzzle book and you're super, super proud of it, yes, make a video about it, but you could show pictures. You know what I mean? You can make faceless videos showing off your products because you still want to drive traffic. There's going to be some traffic from the Amazon platform, which is amazing, but you're still going to need to drive some traffic yourself. Okay. So it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing, especially if you want those sales coming in. And then like anything else, if people love your stuff, they're going to keep coming back to you for more and more and more. So why puzzle books? You might be asking yourself, like, what do people? I mentioned it the other day to someone and they're like, do people actually buy those? Yes, 100% yes. And I'm going to show you. All right. But there's evergreen demand. People always love puzzles, regardless of the season or trends. They just do. They're fast and they're fun to build. You can complete books in days, not months. Some of you might be able to do it once you get really, really good at it. Some of you might be able to do it in like hours. Okay. You can put them on Etsy, or you can have your own funnel, or you could do all three. So it's limitless for real. Okay. Step one. Okay. Here we go. We're going to pick our niche. All right. So you could say kids ages 4 to 6 or 7 to 9 or 10 plus. You could do adults. You could do brain games, stress relief, large print for like people like your girl Michelle here. I love me some large print. All right. And then themes, animals, holidays, hobbies, affirmations, right? I've seen some, and you know what my favorite art, I think I'm going to start building some for me, are the profanity. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like the really adult ones, right? But here's a pro tip. Use ChatGPT for Amazon or Amazon for niche ideas. So what we're going to do right now is I want to kind of go through the slides, but like I also want to like pick a niche. Like I want to show you how we're going to like do this. All right. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right into it. And it doesn't have to stop at like puzzle books. You could literally do coloring books. All of those types of books are considered your low content books. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through these slides really quick, and then we're going to jump in and get into all the goodness. All right. So step 2, we're going to create your puzzle books. Canva. I'm going to show you where inside of Canva you can make your own puzzle books. We're going to do this. All right. And then ChatGPT, we're going to generate our own word lists, titles, and descriptions to put inside of our books. And then we're going to customize them so that we can add fonts, images, fun graphics, right? Like we're going to make these things awesome. And then here are the different puzzle types that you can make. You can make word searches, crossword puzzles, mazes, right? Hidden words or letter grid. You can use Canva apps to create each in minutes. Seriously, minutes. Okay. So we're going to do a demo, creating a page in Canva. We're going to go through all of this, add the puzzle generator, paste a word list, add the heading and number, duplicate and edit. All right. Then we're going to talk about uploading to Amazon KDP. We're going to create our free KDP account. And if you have an Amazon account, you can create an Amazon, it'll use your password and username and password for Amazon for your Amazon KDP. You upload the interior. So the interior is all your puzzles, right? You upload the interior and then you upload your cover. So 2 separate files, okay? PDFs from Canva. So the cover, here's what I'm going to tell you. The cover is the most important part. If you're going to spend time doing anything, spend time doing the cover, okay? Because the cover is what's going to capture people's attention. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And then we're going to choose our category, our keywords, and our title, okay? We want to make sure that we're optimizing those for search. So think about this for a minute. When you go to Amazon to find something, what do you put in the search bar? So is somebody going to go puzzle books for my mom or puzzle books for seniors? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that you're putting in a search term that people are going to be searching for so that your word searches come up or your puzzle books come up. And then you want to set a price, and there's a suggested price, and you can also see the other prices on Amazon when you do your research. And then here's a bonus. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, you can sell it on Etsy too. So you can open up an Etsy store for absolutely free and put them on Etsy. It's just another avenue to make money. Instant delivery, unlimited sales. You can make them digital products where there's no physical products. People just buy it, download it, and there's the word search, right? Target audience, homeschoolers, teachers, party planners. Okay, here's some promotional tips, okay? Even though you're going to put it on Amazon KDP, you can't upload it and then just say, okay, Amazon, bring me all the sales. It doesn't work like that, okay? So you want to post on social media. You want to share sneak peeks on Instagram. Pinterest is another gold mine, okay? Pinterest is a search engine. You can literally put your word search books on Pinterest, create a whole separate Pinterest account just for your Amazon KDP, your word search, your puzzle books. And you can start promoting them on Pinterest when people go to Pinterest to search for word search. And again, do the research, right? Visual content, use carousel posts and reels to promote your books, driving them over to Amazon, right? You can have a lead magnet, free puzzle page sampler, right? You could do that. And then, of course, email marketing. If you have an email list, market to your list and say, hey, you'll never guess what I just made. And then send them your free sampler and then see if they put the link inside the sampler, say, hey, grab the full book here, 150 pages, whatever it is. We're going to start getting into the action, okay? So niche, find a profitable audience, somebody that wants what you are going to make. For first day of school coloring books, we got to make sure that there's a demand for that. If there's no demand for that, if nobody else is buying a product like that, is someone going to buy it? You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're creating something people actually want, okay? Then we want to create it. We want to build it with Canva and ChatGPT. Then we want to publish it, upload it to Amazon KDP, and then we want to promote it to attract buyers. And that is how you build income with a fun, faceless product, okay? So again, once you start taking off as a publisher there on Amazon KDP, yes, the sales will come in passively. So let's go ahead. I'm going to dive right in. We're going to jump into Amazon, and I'm going to show you what people already have out there, okay? Here we go. So Amazon. So all I did was type in word search books for adults. Now you could do the same thing for kids 4 to 6, for kids 7 to 9, or whatever it is, right? With large print. Okay. You cannot tell me there's not a demand. There is obviously a demand. Okay. So if we just look at a couple of these, now I'm going to do I already have my calculator out. It's okay. So we're going to do some Lady Warrior math, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Now, as you know, if you're putting it on Amazon KDP, they do take a little slice, but that's okay. If they're doing some of the marketing for you, awesome. Okay. So look at this one. Holy crap. 7.4 thousand reviews. Now, this is just reviews. That's not how many sales they made, just reviews. Okay. Now, just so you know, I don't know if you see this, it says sponsored. So they did run an Amazon ad to get this book out there. And that's okay. That's another strategy that we talk about. We're going to talk about at the very end. All right. So let's just do some Lady Warrior math here. $9.24. That's how much it's selling for right now, right? And there's 7,400 people that bought it. And we're just going to do that times 7,400. Okay. Do you guys know that's $68,000, okay? $68,000. Now let's just assume Amazon takes 20%, okay? So you keep 80. So times 80%. So you're going to keep $54,000 you're going to get to keep, all right? Say what? And again, I'm only looking at reviews. You know as well as I do, not everybody leaves a review. But look at the different types of word searches, and you want to look at the ones that do have some reviews. You want to read the reviews, and then you want to look at what's popping, right? What's really popping. And then you can see also the prices. So this one here shows a spiral bound spiral versus a paperback. So there's different types of binding that you can use, right? I think I would like the spiral bound, but as you can see, those are just a little bit more than if I was to pick this one for $4.84. Now, this one is showing as a best seller. All right, no ad here, bestseller for $4.84. But as you scroll down, you'll see mindfulness word search for adults, stay positive word search with large print. Then you've got remember when word search. I love that. You got 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and fun. Like, that's a really good one. I was looking at doing like an 80s theme. So this would be kind of like right along the same, theme. You've got your inspirational Bible word search for adults. Those are great. Those are awesome. Gardening word search, African animals. So think about themes, all right, that you could do in that theme, all right? So like this one, naughty word search. I love that. That would be totally something I would buy, okay? Or make. And that's a paperback. This one here, Bible word search, large print, bestseller, spiral bound, $9. Okay. Let's do a little Lady Warrior math again, right? So 9 times 1,700 people. And that's just how many people left a review, right? So we're back to like $15,000. So imagine if you had several of these books up there, like this one here, where they've probably got like 6 books right here. So now they're going to do a large print word search bundle. So you want to do your research, see what's out there, right? Cheer the F up word search. So you see what I mean? Like I could totally make a run, or like this one, remember that crossword. So they got one here for word search, and that you notice the covers are pretty cool and they're the same. And then they've got the same thing for crossword. Where's it at? I just saw it. Where's it at? Right here. So remember that crossword. So pretty cool, right? So find a theme that really resonates with you, that you really like. Make sure that there is a demand for it. Look at the covers. The covers is what's going to draw the people in. So you want to make sure that your cover stands out, okay? So this is just my opinion. This one, boring, okay? This one, boring. I'm just saying, right? They're just boring. And again, you can see the reviews probably reflect. But like this one, pretty, this one, pretty, this one, very engaging, right? I love it. So if you're going to spend some time on your books, you want to make sure you are spending that time on your cover. All right. So now let's go create. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, where you been? Okay. Are you living under a rock? But ChatGPT is my best friend. I use ChatGPT every single day. I have now given her a name. Her name is Jasmine. So I call her Jasmine. And she helps me with everything. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even Google as much as I used to. I go to Jasmine and I'm like, hey, how do you do this? And she tells me. It's amazing. So if you're not using it every single day in your business, you are missing out, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask Jasmine here, okay? I want to create a series of puzzle books in the 80s theme. Oh, wait, I'm not going to tell it, right? I want to create a series of puzzle books to list on Amazon. If you tell her what you're doing and where it's going, she'll actually help you with that kind of stuff as well. So that's why I'm telling her on Amazon KDP. I could also put on Etsy and having in my own funnel. I could tell her that too. But right now, I'm only going to focus on Amazon KDP. All right. So I want to create a series of puzzle books to list on Amazon KDP. Can you help me with adult themes that are viral and trending right now on Amazon? Okay. Give me 10 choices. Okay. And that's it. That's all I asked her for. I want to create a series of puzzle books to list on Amazon KDP. Can you help me with adult themes? Because I know I want to go in the adult theme. I don't want to make them for kids. I can, but I don't want to start there. That's not where I want to start. Because I love to be funny and I love to make people laugh. So, all right. So look at this. What did we see out there? We saw a whole bunch of mindfulness, didn't we? That a lot of people like the true crime and mystery. Inspirational and motivational. Love these. Travel and world cultures, fitness and health, historical events, art and creativity, science and technology, pop culture and entertainment, and then seasonal and holiday themes. Now, again, I could start creating some of this stuff in like September so I could list it up for like October for like the Christmas stuff, right? The Christmas holidays, things like that. So here are some tips for success on Amazon KDP. And again, because I told her Amazon KDP, so she's giving me some tips. Large print, high quality content, eye-catching covers, clear descriptions, and consistent branding. So like the one that we saw here, this one, this word search, the remember when word search, it's consistent. It had a different color for the crossword, but the branding was consistent. So remember that. We don't want a whole bunch of stuff, right? So let's go back. Okay. So remember the key is to combine trending themes with quality content to create puzzle books that not only entertain, but also provide value to your readers. Okay, so now we got to pick one. Okay, so which one would I want to start with? I'm going to go with the mindfulness and stress relief. Oh, no. You know what I'm going to do with the inspirational motivational course? I want to start with this one. Okay, and I'm going to just put it in there, let her know which one I want to start with. Okay. So now I'm going to ask her, can you help me with first, we're going to do first three puzzle pages, and give me a list of 15 words per puzzle. Let's see what she does. All right. So you got to kind of tell her how many words you want on there for people to find. You could be 12, 15, it doesn't matter, right? Pick a number. It could be 32, doesn't matter. Okay. So puzzle page number 1, boss up. Confidence and courage quotes. All right. So here's the theme: quotes that boost self-belief and help people step into their power. Like, I love that. And here's a quote idea for the page. So I can put this on the page somewhere. Oh, excuse me. Can't stop that. All right. And then here's my word list. Okay. Now I need the word list separated by a comma. I am going to tell it that. Okay. So 3 pages. Would you like me to format these into Canva style, printable layout, or give you a word search puzzle grid design? Okay. So here's the other good thing. You can do the grid design right here inside of ChatGPT. All right. So don't think that you can't, this is it, right? Give me the grid design for number 1. This is amazing. All right. Not really what I was looking for. Here's your custom word search grid for puzzle page 1. Yeah, how am I supposed to copy that? Would you like the answer key next, or should we move on? You can screenshot, export, or drop this directly into Canva or your puzzle layout and okay, I don't like it. So I'm going to download it anyways. We're going to see what happens, but I don't think this is what this isn't what I've gotten before, just so you know, okay? I don't like it in that format. Can you give me another format? Like, that's not what it's done for me in the past. So I wanted to do what it did before. There we go. That's what it did for me before. So hidden words, and there's my word list already separated by a comma. So I don't even need to ask her for that, right? And here's my grid. I can literally copy this, or I could just click the copy button over here. So we're going to try it. And I'm going to show you, okay? So this is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it didn't really, it didn't tell me 15 across. Okay. So now what we're going to do, okay, got our first puzzle title. Okay. We've got our hidden words. These are the words that are hidden inside of here. Okay. So now the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Canva. Okay. So I'm inside of Canva and I'm going to do puzzle book. All right. And we're going to click on templates. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There are so many templates already inside of Canva. So here's what I'm going to say. Pick a template that you like, that you really, again, it doesn't have to be, because you can completely change it up, right? So here's just a cover page. Here's a maze. Here's a word search where it's like at the top and you've got some stuff at the bottom. Let me find, because I'm doing a word search. So I want to do word search. So I'm going to actually type in word search puzzle book, and let's see if it'll give me that. Yeah. So these are all the different word search. So How do you like your format? Like, look at this over here. See this one here? It's got a little picture, got the title. I got my grid with a nice outline on it, and then the words are underneath. Okay. So, what is it? What's the style that you like? Okay. And the other tip I wanted to give you is you can actually go inside of these. So, if I was to click on this one, and you can literally read a sample, so you can actually see how someone else has theirs set up. Okay. Obviously, you want to put a copyright on it. Please, please, please put a copyright on it. So you've got your this book belongs to, and you got a little title, right? And then if you want to collect the full Beverly Clark Nostalgia collection, there's a link on the last page of this book, which is pretty cool. So she has a lot of books. She's got an introduction, right? You are now entering the memory vault. Like, look at the way that she's bringing people in there, right? The memory vault. And here's the first one. So you can kind of see how she's got her crossword, or she's got a nice title up here, right? All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close up, Norma. So she's got a quote, right? And then 1950, remember when, right? 1950s Disney. I really love this format. So look at your samples, look at what you really like. Okay. But to start, you got to pick something, right? So I'm just going to pick something that has like a title at the top, maybe an image of some sort, because like, again, breaking it up. So like this one, I actually like this one. This is kind of one of my favorites here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one. I'm going to customize this template. Okay. So now I've got like my word search here. Okay. Which is so weird because like the way that this is like a grid. So they're each like separated, like somebody typed in all these letters. Like, I ain't got time for that. All right. So I'm just going to go down to the last page and I'm just going to click add page. Now, the reason is I want a blank page. Now, I don't want just a black colored background. Maybe I want pink, right? You know me with my pink. Maybe we'll start with purple because that pink is like really bright. All right. So what we're going to do now with our blank page, okay, is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and I'm going to go back here. Oh, not there, here. And I'm going to paste it. Okay. So now I have my puzzle, right? Here's my puzzle. Check it out, right? I can move it. Okay. I want to change. Well, the background's like really bright. Or really, really dark. So we're going to maybe we'll do something like this, right? So I want to center this. Okay. So now I've got my crossword. So now I have to put my list of words. Now I'm going to give you another way that you can do this. Super, super easy. I'm going to add another page. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the left-hand side and we're going to click on apps, 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 okay? Then up at the top, we're going to type in puzzle maker or puzzle book, right? Word search, like you type any of those terms in, you're going to get here anyways. So the first one that shows up or the one that you want to click on is activities maker, okay? We're going to enter manually. So it can create a word list for you absolutely automatically. So you don't even have to put your words in here. Okay. You can upload a file, but here's the word list presets. Okay. So not a whole lot to choose from, but that's what it'll create for you is one of these things here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to copy this word list here and I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to put my word here, my words. Okay. Add one word per line. Okay. So maybe it does, I can't have them with a comma. So we're just going to I got to go back to puzzle one. I'm going to grab these words like this. Okay. Because that's what it says. You got to have one word per line. So I'm going to put them like that. Okay. And I don't know if the spaces will mess things up, but I'm going to take them out just in case. And that's it. Oh, no, there's more. Okay. So now I've got my word list. So now what I want to do, you can click on word search settings. So max number of words per puzzle. I don't remember how many I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I said 15, right? So we're going to change this to 15. So max number of words per puzzle. Numbers of rows. Okay, this is how many rows across, right? How many rows going down? 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. And then number of columns going this way, right? Your typical is about 16 to 16, but you can do it 14 to 14, 15 to 15. I'm just going to do 16 to 16, okay? And then down here, across or up and down, and then diagonal. So if you don't want it to be right, left to right, like backwards, you can uncheck one of those. But that's it. All right. You can generate multiple puzzles if you want, but we're not going to do that because we're going to do one puzzle per list of words, right? So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to click generate one time and look at that. Okay. I've got my list of words, I've got my puzzle grid, and I've got the answer key. Now, I want to add another page so that I can put the answer key on the other page. Now, you could put one whole page of a couple of answer keys so that they're at the back of the book, not next to the puzzle, right? I could make that like the next page be the answer key, and we don't want to do that, right? I know the puzzle books that I have done in the past, all of the answers were in the back of the book. Puzzle 1, puzzle 2, puzzle 3, right? Or give me the page number. So that's what we're going to do, all right? So here's my list of words, and I want to break these up. There's 15 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to break them up into columns of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And I could just literally duplicate this, okay, 3 times, right? And then this one here, I'm going to take out all of, and then this one here, I'm going to take out all of this. Does that make sense? So I can put them down here, and you can like space them out evenly, like put this one in the middle, and then put these so that they're spaced evenly, right? There we go. Now I'm going to group them together so that they all move together, right? And I'm going to move them down here at the bottom of the page. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make this bigger, okay? But you don't want it to go off the page. You've got to remember there's what's called a bleed, okay? Now the bleed is the spine, okay? So think of a paperback book. When you open it, you don't want the edge of the puzzle to be right up on the bind, right in the middle. So you want to make sure that you're leaving enough room on the left for the spine and the book to open, okay? It's called a bleed, all right? So now we got to like fix this up. So I'm going to put this in the middle, all right? So there's my one puzzle. Now I might want to move this down just a smidgen, okay? You notice it's already putting like the grid line. Did you see that, how that red is showing up? So it's kind of like that's your area to work with. Don't go outside the lines kind of thing. Okay. So now we got to do the title, right? So here's the title: Boss Up Confidence and Courage Quotes. That's this first one that I'm doing. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to find a good text that I like. Let me bring this up here. Okay. There it is. I'm going to bold that, make that stand out, maybe use my pink, right? Brand it for me. And then I could put whatever I want on it. I could put a quote on there, but again, I can't move too far up, right? If you move up, you can go up because again, think that's the top. Nothing's going to be bound to that. So I could do that. So I could put my quote in here. Okay. And I could put my quote, and there you go. Boom. I got a puzzle book. What do you think? What do you think? Now I can just keep creating pages. Okay. Putting the answer keys here on this page, but I can also do crossword puzzles. So we go back to apps, we go back to Activity Maker, and it's up here at the top. You see it says word search, crossword, maze. I can make a maze, right? Here's my maze settings. We're going to do number of rows, path thickness. We're going to do 5, right? The point radius, I don't know what that means. We'll do 4, and I'm going to do generate. And there's my answer key. Oh, that's the point radius. There it is. All right. And I could do a maze, okay? And there's the answer key. I could do a crossword. So if we do a crossword, again, same thing. And you see how it's got here? You've got first word, first clue, second word, second clue. Same thing. I could just ask ChatGPT to give me the words and the clue in this format, okay? Separated by each one on a separate line, separated by a colon, and you put them in there. So I'm actually going to do that. So can you give me a crossword? No. I'm not going to tell it I'm making a crossword, but I could. Okay, now I want to make a crossword for puzzle number 1. Can you give me those same words with a clue? Is that what it is? With a clue, separated by a semicolon. Each word on a separate line, no bullets. Okay, let's see what we got. And we'll just do the exact same puzzle, right? Look, bold, not afraid to stand out or speak up. I love this, okay? Look at this. And it knows, right? Would you like a printable crossword grid for this too? I'm going to do that. We're going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. We're going to go back into our Canva. I'm going to paste it right here. So again, we got to put it in their format. Okay, so the clue or the word with the clue. Okay, so max number of words per crossword. I'm going to do 15 here because that's what I've got there. I got 15 words there. And then I'm going to just click generate. Boom, boom, right? So here's my answer key. Here's my crossword. Here's my across. Cool, right? So again, same thing. I can add a page, put my answer key down here. Okay. I could take this. This is my actual puzzle. Make this as big as you want. Okay. Not a lot of room. So like I would put this, to be honest with you, I would do this like kind of like this, right? Across and down. Okay. That would have to go on another line. Yeah. There we go. Okay. What do you think? So now I've got a crossword puzzle. Okay. I can move it down to the bottom so I can put my heading up there, right? Maybe I'll make these a little bit smaller so that it can like fit in there. So we'll do 10. Okay. So that it's one line, right? It was kind of looking messy. It's 2 lines. And there you go. Now I've got a crossword puzzle. Now let me go back to ChatGPT and it's asking, do you want a printable crossword grid? And I'm going to say, yes, please. And let's see what Jasmine comes up with for crossword puzzle. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to add another page. Okay. Add another page. Let's see. Looks like my current environment doesn't have the crossword module. I need to generate the grid automatically, but don't worry. I've got your back. Here's a quick workaround. I'll give you everything you need to build your own printable crossword puzzle using an online tool called like puzzlemaker.com. The link isn't verified. Make sure you trust the link. I don't know. Copy link. All right. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. And there's no see, there's no HTTP after it. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So instant online puzzle maker. Okay. So here's one tool. All right. But now I want to show you just a couple of tools that I kind of came across. One of them I've had for a long time, never did anything with it. I've heard about these low content books for a while now. But again, I learned a long time ago, pick one thing and go all in. Okay. So if you still have not got your business off the ground and you want to start with something simple like this, where you can start making these things, have some fun making them, not have to stress so much about showing your face, start with this. Start with this and go all in with this until you really master this, right? But I wanted to show you something else, all right? So we're going to close this sample here on Amazon, but you can see Beverly Clark. I'm going to go ahead and follow her because I kind of dig her stuff. Beverly Clark here. She's got eight titles, right? Crossword, word search, nifty 50s. I love that. When we were your age. Okay. Word search. It's a wonderful Christmas. I love that. These are great, right? So she's actually got, look, hardcover. She's selling them in hardcover as well. And there's 348 reviews on them, guys. Again, this is just my rule of thumb. When you see reviews, you know as well as I do, not everyone leaves a review on your stuff. I know I don't think I've left but one review on Amazon ever, and I buy on Amazon every week. Don't judge me, okay? But 348 reviews, double that. And that's still low. Double that and then multiply that. So her books are selling even as hardcovers, okay? So if you want to offer that service as a hardcover, please. You know what I mean? Give that option, right? And look, it says other formats, paperback. So they can do paperback or hardcover. So I like that. So she's got 8 titles here. I love this. Okay. So going back to here, okay. So like I showed you mazes, right? You could do a maze. You could do a crossword. You can also do coloring books, okay? Coloring books are also considered low content books. So what I want to do is I want to show you one of the tools that I came across called 2limeprints.com. See it up here? 2limeprints. Yes, it is a paid tool. Okay. I think it was $15 for 3 days, but how many things can you make in 3 days? So it's like $15, spend $15, make all your books, get all your books done, and then you're done, right? And get it the next time you're ready. So you can do crossword, maze, Sudoku, word search, scramble, double puzzle, missing letters, cryptograms, and word match. Like that's a ton of puzzles that you could generate here just in this one tool, right? So again, $15 for 3 days. So let's look at the pricing here. I'll show you, right? So 3 days, $15, $16. One-time membership, plan for 3 days for commercial use. So that's the other thing. They're going to give you these pages and you have to have the commercial use in order to sell them. Okay. Then the other one that I love, I have been a member for, I'm going to say 3 years, and that might be low. It might be 4. But my favorite, and the one that does so much more than just make the books for you, is Book Bolt. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and this is the hardest part. Time management is probably the hardest part that people struggle with when they run a business and they have a household to run as well. Kids, husband, dinners, you know what I mean? Carve out some time for you. Make it non-negotiable. Like if you can, like I only have an hour a day, Michelle. That's about all I get. That's your hour a day. So that hour I work on my business. Nobody bother me. Mom's off. I'm off. I need an hour. I'm off, right? Find that hour that you can work in the day. I don't care if it's 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, but here's what I'm going to tell you, and it's not always easy. Get up an hour earlier. And you heard that from me, and Michelle doesn't do early. Michelle does not do early, but get up an hour earlier before everybody else wakes up. And there's your hour of peace to go ahead and crank out some puzzle books, right? Now, here's the thing. This tool right here is going to help you with research so that you can find the products, right? And watch these videos. If you get this tool, do yourself a service and watch these videos. They are extremely helpful to show you how to use this software, okay? Now, I tell my students all the time, just in time learning. If you're not here yet, don't worry about it, okay? But again, one of the things that is the most important to do on Amazon KDP with these low content books is the cover. You got to make sure your cover is kick ass. Sorry for my language, but it's true. Okay. You got to make sure your cover catches the attention of people and draws them in. Here inside of Book Bolt, you can create those in bulk with the proper sizing, the proper bleed, the proper spine, because it all matters how big your book is. If you've got a 50-page book, the binding is going to be so different than if you had a 250-page book, right? You got 50 pages, you got 250. So it matters how many pages is in your book. I'm telling you, this system walks you through everything. So if this is going to be your side hustle, if this is going to be your business, I recommend Book Bolt. Yes, I am an affiliate. Yes, I will drop a link, okay? But it goes through research with you. So you got your book scout, you've got your keywords, so you can actually see what people are searching for on Amazon. This is like connected to Amazon. So it will help you find those trending books in your niche. It'll give you keywords to use in your listings, okay? So the next step and the last step is once you get your book created, you want to download it as a PDF. Then you got to get your cover created in the right size and format and download it as a PDF. Now, if you use Book Bolt over here on the left-hand side, if I click on that and I click on create, I got 2 options. Bolt Mass Cover Converter. Okay. And this is where, and I'm sorry, it must have logged me out. Here we go. I was all set, ready for you guys, right? So you choose this size. Is it going to be a 5x8? Is it going to be a 6x9? Is it going to be an 8.5x11? Like what size is your book going to be? I'm going to go with 8.5x11. What's the page count? We're going to go with 200 pages, right? We're going to go big. And then your background color. What's the background color? I'm going to go with red just so that something stands out. Then you want to upload your images. These images are the images that you're creating for your cover. Okay. Now, let's say you do 10 books. Okay. That's a little overzealous. So we'll go with 5. Let's say you do your first 5 books. Now you got to go make those covers for those first 5. You've got all the interiors done, but now I need my covers. You got to make 5 kick butt covers, right? You're going to download those images, PNGs. Then you're going to upload them here. And it's going to whip out those 5 covers for you like that. Amazing, right? I know. You're welcome. Okay. So the last step is Amazon Direct Publishing. Guys, this is absolutely free to do. 100% free. Now, just so you know, because I am logged into my Amazon account over here, it automatically logged me into my old Amazon Direct Publishing. And yes, I was playing around with low content books. So I have a Pac-Man journal. Haven't sold a single one. I have my horse notebook. My bestie, she loves horses. So I was like, I was like, what theme could I do, right? I didn't know about the research. I didn't know about the keywords. I didn't know about the SEO kind of stuff so people would find my stuff, right? So you've got to make sure that you know how to do this stuff. And that's why BookBolt, if you're going to go into this type of business, BookBolt is a must have. Okay. I don't remember the pricing for it. We can go ahead and take a look in a minute. But then I got the horse and cow notebook. Horses are forever. I love my horse journal. Now, these are tiny. I think these are like 30 pages, right? When I was creating these, believe it or not, Canva only allowed you to do 100 pages. Can you imagine that? 100 pages. That was it. I couldn't make a 200-page book unless I had 2 separate files. Weird, right? But all you do is you click create, and then it walks you through every single step of the process. What would you like to create? I want to create a paperback, or maybe like Beverly, you want to create a hardcover. So I'm going to just start with a paperback. Now it's going to ask you a bunch of questions. You're going to put the book title, the subtitle. If you have a series, if you're starting a series, put that in here. Okay. Your author information, your contributors, if you had anybody help you. This is where you're going to put your description that is SEO keyword heavy. And that's where BookBolt comes in to give you those keywords that people are already searching for on Amazon. Publishing rights, if you own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights, you click that one. Otherwise, it'll be a public domain work. Primary audience, okay, it asks you all, just answer all the questions and then click save and continue. The next page, and again, I'm not going to fill all this out, but the next page is going to ask you to upload your interior. And then it's going to ask you to upload your cover. Once you get all the files uploaded, you will submit for review. It takes 24 to 48 hours before Amazon approves your design. Now, you saw these. You saw my stuff, right? Like, they were all approved. I'm so excited for you guys. So remember, pick one thing, focus on that, go all in until success. And don't forget, you can create a funnel for your puzzle books. You can go put them on Etsy. Go search on Etsy. Go search on Pinterest. See what people are searching for. You will be surprised, okay? Because I will be doing this myself soon. So if you want to learn more ways to make money online, come join me inside of the DCC. I am getting ready to change the DCC over to a lifetime membership. Inside of the DCC, I teach you all kinds of ways to make money online. I help you with your business. I go live every single Monday. I think so every single week I go live with a teaching, a training. I do a monthly goal workshop. I drop a freebie Friday every single Friday. I just dropped one today. I dropped a freebie inside of the DCC, how to make money using Soar AI. So come join us inside of the DCC. I can't wait to see you guys there. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys got some value. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everybody. If you want to continue learning and growing together, watch this video that's coming up next, and I will see you over there.